Greetings, Earthlings! It's the Frat Chat Podcast coming live to take over your minds.
Is that built into
So
your
good.
mic, or is it a program on your computer?
It's
Or both?
it's from the whole little box right here.
Oh,
I can turn the pitch. I can put in some sound effects in there, like for example, you can say, and then Simo got out of the cab and pooped himself, and then you hit that little bad boy right there, and what's happened to my sound effects? They went away.
well,
Bastards!
it should have went. I'm assuming, or
Exactly.
yeah.
Anyways,
Now I'm sad.
we should have those sound effects and do a whole episode on drugs. We talked about it, right? All about drugs, and we just have those voices. That could be fun.
Yeah, 420 episode coming up.
Yeah,
Stay
I'm ready.
tuned, bitches.
That's it.
All right, we're gonna do this in 3, 2, 1. What are you doing?
Testes in my mouth.
Get on the ground, you fucking pledge.
Ew.
Welcome to the greatest podcast experience of your life. This is the Frat Chat Podcast.
All young men like three things. Food, booze, pussy.
Featuring Carlos Garcia and Chris Moore.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the greatest podcast in the history of podcasting time. It's the Frat Chat Podcast. I'm Carlos Garcia with Chris Simo Moore. How's it going, Mr. Mo?
A little bloated, if I'm being honest. A little bloated. But other than that, great. How are you?
Yeah, I feel it. I don't know if it's because the greatest comedy show of all time exhausted me last night. I don't know if it was the week. I had a couple of drinks after the show, a big cheeseburger. So this morning, I'm just not feeling it. Or this afternoon, even. We're recording this at 4:27 p.m. I'm saying this morning. So that's how I feel.
You know, I will say this is a bold statement, but the mac and cheese I had last night at Alfie's might be the best mac and cheese I think I've ever had. Amazing.
Yeah, check out Alfie's New York City.
So good.
Guys.
Perfect consistency, perfect mixture of cheeses, perfect crunchies on top. Came out in a little like cast iron pan. Oh, it was perfect. I loved it so much. I thought about getting a second one last night to take home with me. It's just expensive. Oh, did you?
I gotta remember you guys.
Night?
Just reminded me of that. Yeah, I totally forgot.
Yeah, I owe you money.
Yeah, I was gonna say their cheeseburger.
Put on my tab.
Their house burger is also amazing. It had like shallots and mushrooms and melted Gruyere cheese and shit. And I got truffle fries with that. Holy shit! The fries have a little sauce to dip it in.
What?
Check that shit.
Is a shallot just a baby onion? Why not just call it like a little onion?
Well, because I guess. Bye, Julie. I guess shallot sounds cooler. You know, you can't say baby.
Bye, Julie.
You can't say baby onions. It's like that sounds weird. Let me get some baby onions. Yeah, I'll have a regular onion and a baby.
It's like you have like regular tomatoes, plum tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, grape tomatoes, right? But then you have onions and shallots. It's like, why make an onion so fancy, dude? They're gonna make your breath rock. The fuck? I don't know.
I mean, you do have a good point, but I don't know. I still like it because I feel like if you said baby onion, then I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, you know, because there are such a thing as like baby onions. They're like that big, and you have to boil them.
Yeah.
To then you like peel them, and then you can chop up what's in the inside. I just discovered these literally by accident because my mom bought them.
That's a lot of effort to me.
Yeah, it is a lot of effort, but I gotta say they were delicious. My mom bought them thinking they were garlic cloves for the holidays, and because I was cooking and I needed garlic, and then I went to use them. I was, what the fuck? This is baby onions. I've never heard of this thing. And she says, I'm never gonna know how to use this, so just take them with you. And then they sat here until we needed onions for something. Didn't have onions, so we put the baby onions to the test. And they were pretty delicious. I'm not gonna lie. It was worth the effort, but they were like sweeter and like they would go well in like a tomato sauce or something.
Dude, I remember the pandemic.
Oh,
Like
what
feels like
happened?
so long ago, like a bad dream. But what happened? It was so scary in New York. I remember like gearing up, like I was going to battle at war, to go to the grocery store, and I had like a million masks on. I had my glasses, and they were all fogged up, and I had my rubber gloves on. I go to the grocery store and just grabbing what I can as fast as I can. I'm avoiding people, dodging germs left and right. I'm at the cash register. They're ringing things up. I got them in my bag. I go home. I'm wiping everything down, and I realize, oh man, this little like grouping of oranges weren't oranges; they were onions. And I was like, man, I wanted oranges so bad. Do you know what I mean? They're in like that like red
Yeah,
net.
yeah.
You get a whole bunch in one scoop. And I was like, fuck, like I don't have it in me to go back to war. I'm exhausted. You know what I mean? It's like I just came home and I washed everything and I showered and I just
I
can't
hear
do
you.
it. I remember being so upset. And I love onions, but not that day.
No,
You know?
dude. It honestly used to be like just like gearing up to a war zone, and especially because it all happened when it was cold too. So you have to fucking put up your coat and shit, and like fucking that. Everything would get foggy if you're using sunglasses too. I don't have eyeglasses, but whenever you use sunnies, it would suck. Meanwhile, now like it's so back to normal in so many ways that you don't even think about it. It feels like forever ago, but it wasn't that long ago. You had to fucking like saran wrap yourself just to go outside.
Yeah.
Like on airports when they wrap the bags in those machines with that plastic.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can go into Walgreens, sir. Thank you.
So scary. Anywho, well, last night on stage, I mentioned a potential serial killer
Yeah,
situation,
that was your opener.
and everyone thought, I know, I don't even want, I don't know why I mentioned it. It's just people were from the Midwest, and I was like, oh wow, I'm amongst
Let's
friends.
talk about a
Let me give you
serial
a good
killer.
warning about a potential serial killer. So I there's an article from Newsweek, and I'm just gonna reference it for a moment. So this article is from like let's see, it was dated February 9th, and there's been another killing since
Wow.
then. So just to give you an idea, in the Midwest, it's kind of like bordered by like rivers and huge lakes, not just any lakes, but the Great Lakes, you know. So there's a quote here that says that when a drowning is unwitnessed and evidence of accident, suicide, or homicide is not present, the manner of death is ruled undetermined. So there is a statistic down here. It says that they're talking in this article about the smiley face killer. I don't think they were
No,
ever
never.
caught. It says these two detectives, I think they might be retired by now, but like years ago, they investigated the deaths of at least 45 college-aged men who were found dead in the water in 11 states in the early 2000s. As of now, this guy told Newsweek that there are 681 cases in their database that they suspect may be connected, and these are all undetermined like deaths that they can't explain. And I'm like, there's so many people that are pulling out of the river and the lakes and no one's talking about it. And it's like specifically young men, early 20s to early 30s, I guess. It says that in
So I guess you're
2008,
safe.
this detective believed that men. I know, that's what I mentioned last time. I'm like, oh my god, it's like I was like talking about it, and I'm like, this is so scary. And my friends were like, not for you. Like, excuse me. I can pull off like a late 20s, early 30s victim if I wanted to. Thank you.
Makeup.
I'll show you when they pull me out of the river, then you'll know. So the detective said in 2008, he believed the men were all drugged, abducted from bars, held and possibly mentally or physically abused before being killed and then dumped in the water. It's crazy. It says that all the young men were popular, athletic, and good students who believe were targeted.
Wow. That's woo. So again, this is fantastic podcast talk. Don't get me wrong. This is going to be the shit that people want to hear. But again, as your opener in a comedy show, probably,
here's the
probably
thing.
break the ice a little bit before you
There-
start to.
There were a lot of basic ass bitches in the audience last night.
they were
Some basic
I
white
like-
girls, and they love talking about murders. They love it. They love it. They love it. And our last comic, the headliner, even commented on the fact that women love murderer
That's true.
podcasts.
Well, I love them too, but they're so good. They're so good.
So,
They're so fantastic. But again, when I go to a comedy show, I don't know if I want someone to open with, have you guys heard about the murders? So you know that everybody's dying and no one's doing anything about it. Why would anybody help? Ah! So, how's everybody doing? My name is Chris.
that's exactly what I did. Yeah, but you know what? I will say that part of our job is making the ugly
that's
funny.
true.
I attempted. You win some, you lose some. I did follow it up with the fact that I'm getting old, and it's upsetting that I'm not at risk of
Yes,
being
they
a
got a lot
victim.
of that. So,
But
once they got past the murder thing,
but up
You had a
until that
great
point, it was a little cringeworthy. But people need to know when you have a microphone, you have a platform.
dude, I had no idea. And I actually listened to a
That's how I feel.
podcast on the Smiley Face murders not that long ago. So I know that they never were caught. But I had no idea the thing was fucking going on since then.
I had no idea. You were a basic bitch too. You love murders. Okay, go
I
ahead,
fall asleep
boy.
to those podcasts, dude. They're so good. Especially because the voices are always like slightly, like on the day, that faithful day, Catherine went on her usual 4.5-mile walk and then for a trip to get a Frappuccino from Starbucks. Normally, she would get home and watch some TV with her ladies, but that was no ordinary day. Dun, dun, dun! And this
She went for an ordinary frappuccino, and she said, "I need a grande in a venti cup. I need it shaken, not stirred. I'm allergic to stirred. I need 1 pump of hazelnut, 2 pumps of vanilla, and just a little dash of cinnamon. Otherwise, I'm gonna return it.
and write it
That's
out to
what your
Nikki
manager."
with 3 Ks, but not like in a racist way. I promise.
Jeez Louise. Sounds about right.
We're on to you, ladies. So
You know what? There is this guy in my high school that had unfortunately passed away, but he wasn't really nice to anybody. And when people were like saying, "Did you hear so-and-so passed away?" We're all kind of like, okay. But I wonder if any of these victims from these like murder shows, their friends or families were like, I mean, like, what did she do? What did she do?
I told her not to dress
Never
like a
know.
slut.
Like let's say if Harvey Weinstein was brutally murdered, wouldn't you think like,
Okay, but that's a little bit different than the fucking victims.
I think it's very misogynistic to assume that any victim that's a female didn't have that shit coming. You never know. There's assholes, males and females. Just saying.
It would be rude for me to assume, so I guess some of those people could be.
I don't want anyone to get hurt. Obviously, it's a comedy podcast, but if I'm being fair,
There's some people that have it.
Some people, you might cross the wrong person, and then you end up in your own documentary. Just saying.
As Simo's door slowly creeps open.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's Nikki with 2 Ks. With 2 Ks.
Oh man. Anyways, it's time, ladies and gentlemen, to move on to the idiot of the week. And this one is a fun one because it's going to be the idiots of the week. This week's going to be plural because the entire Fox News network is going to be the idiot of the week, folks. Shout out to the Business Insider to this story because if you remember that old Rudy Giuliani there was getting sued by the Dominion trial, right, over the election fraud claims and stuff, and he's getting sued by quite a lot of money. So while this trial has been going on, it turns out that Fox News's primetime opinion commentators had spent months after the 2020 elections pushing the outlandish conspiracy theories about widespread fraud, rigged voting machines, and corrupt elections officials, all that stuff that they have been pushing. However, behind the scenes, those same people had literally been telling the world via text message that the people primarily responsible for amplifying those conspiracy theories were literally idiots. Among them was Rudy Giuliani, who spearheaded Donald Trump's effort to overturn the election. And again, according to the $1.6 billion defamation suit against Fox News and the Dominion system, voting system trial, which accuses the network of pushing bogus claims of election fraud in an effort to win back viewers who were angry at Fox for calling the election in Arizona for Joe Biden and later declaring him the winner. It shows text messages from people like Tucker Carlson, Laura Ingraham, Sean Hannity, amongst many, saying things like, in November 11, 2020, Hannity writing, "Rudy is acting like an insane person." He then said that Giuliani and his cohorts were fucking lunatics. Ingraham, meanwhile, described Rudy Giuliani as such an idiot. Again, these are quotes, exact quotes, all by talking about this stuff. 3 days after the election, Rupert Murdoch wrote, Rudy advising Trump really bad. This is Rupert Murdoch, the head of Fox fucking News.
Total asshole.
Murdoch wrote that Giuliani should be taken with a large grain of salt. He also called the mayor spreading damaging and really crazy stuff, according to the court filings. So they're going on and they're saying this shit is bullshit, but then they're going on the air as quote unquote a news station and saying the opposite. Now, of course, Fox News spokesperson is, of course, the typical talking points that they say that the Dominion case is a threat to free speech and that the company misrepresented the evidence it collected. And so the Dominion has mischaracterized the record, cherry-picked quotes, stripped of key context, and spilled considerable ink on facts that are irrelevant under black letter principles of defamation law, the spokesperson said. And of course, Giuliani has kind of been beat the last few years. He is in danger of losing his law license altogether because of these claims. He's banned in states like New York and stuff like that.
He's in danger of losing his bladder in public. In danger of his hair dye dripping down his face.
Yeah, he's in danger of a lot
Bad
of
news.
things. So, Fox News, you're idiots of the week. Like, come on, man. If at least like stay true to your bullshit and don't fucking be texting each other. You know damn well texts are gonna come up. You should fucking know better, dude. How much time do you spend pulling out people's text messages on your goddamn shows? Like, come on, dude. Fucking idiots. You guys know better. Fuck you. You guys are idiots.
I understand that the government has access to like text messages, but and this is a very serious case. But can you imagine if like your employer had access to your text messages? I'd be fucked. So if you Google Fox News and then click on the news tab, the first article that comes up is from CNN and it says, analysis: Fox News has been exposed as a dishonest organization terrified of its own audience.
Damn.
So it's regarding that and the texts and emails and whatnot.
I'm surprised you didn't read that like analysis, anal ISIS.
Anal ISIS. I have sex daily. I mean, I have dyslexia. So, okay.
Well, Mr. Mao.
I don't even know what else to say about Giuliani other than he just... I don't know, just put him in
Yeah,
a home.
he's lost
He's
his fucking
unwell.
mind.
He needs to be in a home, and he needs 24-hour care, not to make sure he's well fed and bathed and taken care of, just to make sure he can't do any more
For
damage.
sure.
24-hour care to make sure he doesn't have his cell phone in his hand or access to Wi-Fi or shit, I don't know. Just keep him locked up in a
We should just
rocking chair. I
hire
don't know.
actors,
Freaking weirdo.
like on a good Hollywood studio set to like pretend they're like media and stuff, you know what I mean? And send them in to do like a press conference that's going live to the world. But it's really not going anywhere. It's just these people get paid daily to keep Giuliani occupied. And he clearly just likes feeling important. So you just keep interviewing him every day with a whole new set of questions. And he's in there like spewing his bullshit and his fucking hair dyes dripping all over his balls. And he just looks awful. But no one knows. It's just these people who get paid a lot of money to just hear this man speak every day until they retire or kill themselves. One of the two, whatever comes first.
Weirdo.
Oh Lord.
You know what? You know what though? Like sometimes I look at celebrities and I'm like, man, back in their heyday, like okay, Biden, like in his
Yeah, he's a
heyday,
good-looking
you know,
guy.
he wasn't awful looking, good looking guy. Same thing like a lot of people, you know. And I look at Giuliani, I think,
Ugh,
man, he like
he
never
never looked
peaked.
good.
He was a troll from
Yeah,
day one.
yeah.
He's never had like a
He always
good
looked like
era.
Gollum from Lord of the Rings, saying, "My precious."
Yeah. Always a weirdo. And he was like America's mayor because he dealt with something that was horrible. But I don't know if he necessarily did
Yeah, apparently
anything.
he was crazy already before
He
that.
just happened to be in the wrong
I
place at the
just,
wrong
yeah,
time.
that's ugh. That sucks. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, apparently I wasn't in New York then, so I didn't really know much of his politics. But apparently he was already crazy before 9/11. It's just 9/11 kind of.
Yeah, but isn't it funny how people are like, he lost it? I'm like, bitch, he never had it. He ain't never had it. What has he had? I want to know. Tell me.
But yeah, he was America's mayor. It's crazy because now I see him on TV shows. Like he was on Seinfeld, he was on SNL, he was on all kinds of shit. Yeah.
Borat.
Oh, yeah, Borat. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Oh God, yeah, Borat too. That's his most classic appearance. But anyway, speaking of classics, it's time to get to it, Mr. Mo, because this week we're gonna talk to you guys about the classic gym types you see at the gym. Because we're all been there. You see me getting my little swell on shirt here. Simo just came from the gym. I'm going after this recording. It's gonna be epic. But here's the thing. Yeah, especially if you joined this year or if you've been going for years, you notice that when you look around that gym, you start seeing certain kinds of people, certain kinds of types of people that you see over and over and over and over again. Some are kind of funny and some are fucking really annoying and some just flat out scare the shit out of you. And this week, we are here to tell you the types, which we're going to show them all. And no, we're excluding the old naked people because, everybody just, no one really wants to hear that. We're going to talk about.
Speak for yourself. Thank you.
Never mind.
I do want to just point out that before every workout, I drink one of these.
C4, brother.
You ever drink this?
I don't need
C4?
that shit, man. I will fucking lose it.
Oh my gosh. This is a game
I
changer.
can't go to the gym like that.
That's why I'm so confrontational. Because I'm
Yeah,
like, "Ah!" But it makes my ears itch. That's how I know it's
Really?
working.
That is not how you should know anything is working. Like, what? I don't think your ears should ever
it
itch.
makes me tingly. They say it makes you tingle, but it makes me itch. And then I drink muscle milk.
I like muscle milk.
This is like
I
my
used to drink
go-to.
that.
Sometimes I special order these from like Amazon because you can get packs of 12. It's 40 grams of protein. But I love this. But I think muscle milk, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it's bad marketing because people like myself who can't have dairy, when you hear muscle milk, your assumption is that this is probably something you can't have. But it's lactose free and it does not bother me at all. It's just I think it's kind of dumb
I
marketing.
had no idea that it was dairy free, actually. Well, they don't sponsor us, so we can say
it is. It's like having a product called bacon fat and then saying, oh, did you know it's vegan? Well, then you should probably call it something else.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, and just to prove that I'm a fan, here I am drinking muscle milk. Forget what I just said about you guys being dumb. Sponsor us.
Yeah, look at me. Look at him chug. It just looks like him and Osmario's first date.
Our first date, we were like, what? What does that mean? What?
Anyways, time to get to it. This first one, Mr. Man, is one that we briefly covered in our New Year's resolutions episode. And of course, it's the resolutioner. You know, this is the person who showed up on January 1st to fulfill some stupid New Year's resolutions and has no plan to be there after February 1st. In fact, they're like constantly walking around the gym and they're looking around with the equipment with like a confused look in their face. And they're like way too afraid to ask the workers at the gym for help on using it, which you know you can do. So these people actually are very important for the gyms because they mostly help keep these gyms in business. You know, they sign up for a year membership, use like 6 weeks of it, and then they keep paying the gym and they never come back until like 2-3 years later when they cancel their debit card because they're way too lazy or like way too shy to cancel their membership. So it's like,
Or the gyms make it difficult. They're like, sorry, you have to cancel it in person. They're like, oh, I moved.
Yeah, which is a bitch move, gyms. Shouldn't do that. Total bitch move. It's a pain in the ass. So this group, although it's easy to make fun of them, you know, they are the primary breadwinners, as I say, because they pay the bills without damaging the equipment, which is simply for the gym. It's like
That's true.
a dream client. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, like,
I never thought about that. But you know, it's funny because I have so many friends. I'm like, oh, what gym do you go to? And so many friends are like, I belong to Blink. Blink Fitness is a big chain in New York for those of you who are not familiar. But I only pay $25 a month, and I can go to any Blink gym. So I feel like I have a bathroom in every neighborhood if there's like an emergency, you know? So if I wanted just to go to like one home gym, then I think it's like $15 a month. It's nothing. And they're open all the time. It's super inexpensive. It's not super fancy, but it's really clean. And if you get there early, there's no wait. You know, it's great. But so many of my friends say I have a Blink membership. I never go, and they've had it for years. And then at the end of every year, they're like, you know what? I should cancel it. And then when the new year comes around, they're like, you know what?
I'm gonna
this
use
year
it.
is my year. And I'm not gonna cancel it. I'm gonna take advantage of it. And just like you said, they use it for 6 weeks. And they come to the gym, they sit on all the machines backwards. And you can tell who's who because they're reading the instructions on the side of the machine and they're looking at the pictures like, okay, I gotta pull this up this way. This has to be leveled my chest, and I hold this grip, and then I pull backwards at 90 degrees. Okay, I got this. That's how you can tell who's a novice, you know?
They're like thrusting, even though it's like a bench press. Like, what are you doing, dude? What are you just come on. And just ask for help. Here's the thing. I remember being new at the gym, but I didn't mind. Or just like watch a meathead do something and then like imitate it. But like you can ask the people. I always did when I started out, and it was good. You know, you learn.
And I support anyone that's on like a fitness journey. I say go for it. But it from my perspective is a little annoying at the beginning of the year when like I'm waiting for a piece of equipment and someone's just like sitting there struggling and they're not open to suggestions. And or if it's long lines for everything because everyone is having their fleeting moment of health.
For sure.
Anywho, and just so that everyone knows, there's a lot of types of the gym that we're not going to get into because this is not necessary.
Whoa, is that a monster?
That
was terrifying. What the hell was that?
I don't know.
And it came out from
something
from the darkness where your doors creaked over there, and now I feel like Seema's about to get murdered, and this podcast is gonna get 1 million views. Yeah! Make sure you do it while we're in the air, killer.
I have a feeling someone drove into the fence. Wait, let me go see. I'll be right back. I'll tell you if there's anything fun to report.
So, Seema is gonna go do that. So, gotta hit him with that.
Maybe.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
There's a lot of hooting and hollering outside, but my husband's not home, so for a second I thought maybe he like dropped the coffee maker. No, but there is a lot of hooting and hollering out there.
There's a lot
It is what it is.
of
What can you do?
hooting and a hollering out there. That is from the official.
Yeah, a lot of that goddamn
That is the
tomfoolery.
official news report from Simo here at the Frat Chat Podcast. Yeah, goddamn there, kids, a hooting and hollering. What?
Yeah. But anyway, what I was gonna say is that whenever you go to the gym, there's always like the group of regulars, and they all like know each other, and like that's fine, great. This is like they're you know they have their routine, and I think it's fantastic. There's also like the bodybuilders who you can see that their weight fluctuates because they might be in
Competition.
like
Oh,
stocking,
yeah,
you know,
cutting
like
and bulking, brother.
yeah, bulking season, and they have to like shred. So there's that, but we're not referring to those are normal people. We're talking about the some of the weirdos. So the next one, I guess, would be the influencer, right? They take up way too much space. They have to record themselves. They make a total spectacle of themselves, but you better not be caught looking because this person is going to rip you a new one. As if you're interested. You're not looking for the sake of looking. You're looking to see if they're almost finished with that space, so you can actually do something.
And they like literally set up like a big ass tripod. They like have like a giant ring light. It like blinds you, and like, why are you looking at me? It's whoa, bitch, because you fucking what? What do you mean?
Because you're setting up like a
at a
recording
goddamn
station
gym.
in
You
the
look
middle
like
of
a
the gym.
moron. I can't stop looking at you. Like what? And you clearly are recording this to be looked at by people, you dumbass. So I don't.
This individual is very selfie obsessed, both on the gym floor and in the locker room. And I just think it's weird when people are taking pictures of each other, like in front of the mirrors in the locker room, and like commenting on their progress. I'm like, that's gay.
You're gonna keep it to
like people say, I'm gay. Yeah, I do some gay stuff. I'm in a gay relationship. That is gay. But what you are doing right now in the gym, like commenting on each other's progress, that's gayer.
Definitely weird. Which is a good segue to the next one, because this is the Kama Sutra gym goer. Yeah, this person is out there literally just doing like the most excessively dirty gym moves for some reason. Like I don't understand why they're fucking doing this stuff. They're sitting there like thrusting, you know what I mean? Like in a random machine. It's like a row machine, and they're like with their ass out. Like I actually saw this at the gym the other day. I was there with Julie, and this girl is sitting there just like with her ass out, wearing like little tights, and everybody's like looking, and even Julie's like, what the fuck is this girl doing? And I'm like trying to do triceps next to her, like, don't look, Carlos, just don't look, Carlos, it's not worth it, Carlos, just be strong, Carlos. And she had a phenomenal ass, don't get me wrong, but it's like, come on, girl, what the fuck are you doing? These people must be stopped, and they're out there everywhere. Cut it out, girl. Put some fucking like, I don't know what you need to do. If you're gonna do those moves, do them at home by yourself, man. Like I don't know, or come to the gym at 4 a.m. There's no one there. I understand you're hot. You want everybody to look like your ass, but I don't feel like doing it right now. Like, come on, dude. I don't know.
Or you got the ladies that put on like the ankle straps when they're on the cable pulley machine, and they're like pulling their leg back in like absolute slow mo, like they're at the machine and they're like
and that boot, and they're wearing like little teeny tiny shorts. It's like, come on, dude. Like everybody's gonna be looking. Like, come on.
Or when they like push their butt out and they have like a weird like duck stance.
That's what you see all the time. Like that has no functional need. Like at least if you're doing like squats or things like that, where it puts you in a weird position, whatever. Like that actually, you're getting in shape, you're working out, good for you. But if you're fucking have your ass out when you're curling, come on, dude. You're literally gonna break your back just to have me look at your ass. or not me, or some fucking other asshole. Like, and I know this. And here's the thing: since we refer to the influencer, I literally like making my best to just look at my machine or look at my phone, just look at what I'm doing, because you never know when someone's fucking taping themselves, and then you're gonna show up on someone's TikTok like, look at this guy looking at my cooter, and I'm like, hey there, baby.
You know what, though? My sister was telling me about this today. She went to some yoga class. And she's like, this 50-year-old lady had her fucking labia hanging out of her shorts. It was disgusting. And I was like, you know what? And she's like, how do you not know that? I was like, this bitch knows that. This is one of those like exhibitionist. Wait, how do you say it? Exhibitionist fucking freaks. You know, if you've got if I have a nut hanging out of my shorts, I can feel that draft. So this bitch can feel that cold air on her Vigi Badgie, and she's a sick fuck. And I think that when people do this kind of stuff,
absolutely,
they know it. They know it. They're exhibitionists. And sometimes you have couples working out together, and it's just so incredibly sensual. And I'm like,
which I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hot, but I wouldn't do it in front of a room full of people. You know, I get it. Like, it's kind of like, you know, you're sitting there sweating, and then, you know, I've seen a lot of porns that start at the gym. Let's just say that. So I can, you know,
me too. It's
like, it makes sense.
Do you have a lot of models that go to your gym, or like wannabe models? And it's like I try to make sure my clothes match, but I'm not. You know, I used to when I was younger, but I'm not putting on mascara. I'm not making sure my hair looks nice.
They're there to work out
like,
and sweat and get disgusting.
I worked out like this today. Thermal top. I got baseball cap and some gym pants. That's it. But some people, like, man, they get all dolled up. I'm like, why? You're gonna sweat, and your total mud face is
totally.
Gonna be on the
I've seen people who literally look like they're going to a fucking photo shoot. And so, you know, like, but like you said, like, it would fall off, but then it clearly doesn't. So it just shows that they're just there for like aesthetic purposes, you know. And they do look good.
No, when I was modeling, we had to be at the gym all the time. We had to. We're supposed to. It's part of our job. We actually went twice a day. We would do cardio and we would do weightlifting, and it was intense. But you wouldn't know we were models. We didn't have time to like get dolled up. We just went there, do what we had to do, and leave. It's not a place to like like model scouts are going to the gyms. They're going to airports and malls. You know what I mean? They're looking for young adolescents who might have a huge career ahead of them, and they're not going to the gym. I assure you that.
Totally. So take it easy, people. Relax with the fucking mascara. You don't need eyeshadow.
Exactly.
For God's sakes. Just saying. If I can see that your fucking eyes are blue, you're done too much. You know what I mean? Now, if you're coming from a business meeting or some shit at work, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? It's cool. You just left it on. But if you're fucking putting it on and go to the gym, you're doing too much. Just do less. Do less. So this next one, it's I have to say, this usually, from what I've seen, is like middle-aged dudes that do this a lot, and they're the talker. This person does not go to the gym to work out.
Yes.
They say they go to the gym, which they do. But once they're there, all they do is walk around and talk to the other fucking regulars there, annoying everything in their sight. And they just like, hang on way too long too. Like, they don't just say hi. Like, you'll be like running. They'll be like, so did you watch the game over the weekend, brother? It's like, this is not the time, Frank. Sit the fuck out.
Yeah. Total obstacle. And then sometimes they give you like feedback unsolicited. Like, you know, you get more of a burn, you get more progress if you hold like this, you take a wider stance, or you this and that. And I think to myself, like,
you look like shit, dude.
Like, if I had no teeth in my mouth, I'm not gonna give anyone like tips on how to maintain good hygiene for teeth. You know what I mean? Like if I don't know that. I'm not saying that you had to look like the cover of Men's Health magazine to give, you know, tips at the gym. You don't have to look like that to be a trainer. But these guys are just annoying when they're giving you advice on machines. You've never seen them on a machine.
Exactly.
What are you doing, dude?
And like, for example, I've seen videos online of these like old ass boxing coaches, and then they fucking put the pads on to show something, and they get on the machine like pa 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 pa. You see these guys moving around like they're 22. They're like 82 and like 600 pounds. Like, okay, I get it. You used to be a beast. I would chill that. But these dudes, like, they clearly like they dress like total dorks too, and you just know that there's not an athletic bone in that body. They're just there a lot, and some of them, some of them are kind of fit, but for the most, it's like a 50-50 thing. And it's just like, come on, dude, just let me do my thing. If I want to goddamn talk, we'll talk later. But God, too much. The talker is too much.
The next one I want to bring up is called the lurker. And this one
Hello, Simo.
does not talk.
I'm watching you while you lift. Ooh, you.
Yeah, I
see
bet you
that
are. You should learn some things from
using
me.
your Manscaped products because I've been watching your balls while you bench press.
Yeah. So the lurker hangs out in the locker room. You'll see the lurker before you start your workout, and you'll see the lurker after you've ended your workout in the same position, sitting on the bench and doing nothing.
Terrifying.
So it's just normally this person, in my experience, is naked, and sometimes they're drying their nuts on like the hand warmer. It's weird.
You look over and there's some guy with his leg up on the sink, and then you just look over. Hey there, I'll be done with the hand dryer soon, son.
Or I've even seen these old fucks put their leg up on the sink and then like get like handfuls of water and splash their nuts with it.
It's like a quick.
You know what? This sounds so gross, but in college, some of the frat brothers might be able to attest to this. But I used to take my scrotum, like my ball sack, and I would stretch it out, and I would put water on it, and I would go this. And so then my penis would flop in it and look like a bird.
Why would you do this?
That's so funny.
And how long are your balls, dude? What the fuck?
I don't know.
What's wrong with you?
You gotta check this out. And then I used to
what the fuck? We're just like, hey guys, look what I can do. Hey, come on,
sometimes
hey.
Sometimes I would pull like one nut out of my like fly, my zipper, and I'd be like, guys, I think I sat in gum. And then they looked and they'd be like, what else? Oh, I used to be able to I would take my dick and I would split my balls with it, and then I would turn it sideways and look like a burger. I'd be like, hey, anyone want to take a bite of my burger? And they'd be like, ooh, see, well, that's so fucking gross. Why do you do that? I
understand why this
I
is.
don't
You
know.
can just do 6 minutes of it. And now I'm going to make it into a little bird.
It was like a genital puppet show, a penis puppet show, a pee-pee show, if you will.
Oh, God, that is terrifying. Anyways, I don't even know if I want to get into this next one after you've been talking about your pee-pee show, but this next one is the PG-13s and the worst segue in the history, because it's a trend I've been noticing at the gym a lot, especially in like the summertime or during their school breaks. And to be honest, it's a good one in the sense that it gives me hope for America's future kids. That, they're trying not to be the fattest goddamn country in the world, but it can also be the worst because this is a group of 13 to like 15-year-old old kids that show up at the gym after school. While mostly keep to themselves, the problem is there's usually like 6 of them working out together. And it'll be like one in-shape kid like showing his friends around and showing them stuff, which again is a good thing. That's a good friend. Good for you. But given their inexperience, they fucking take way too long to figure out how to use the machine. And there's like 6 of them in the goddamn machine. So if they get on something you want to use, might as well move on, buddy. Because you're not going to get it. Like they get on the bench press, by the time they all fucking warm up, it's like 25 minutes. So PG-13s, it's a good group, good for you. But fuck, man, maybe split up into groups of 3s, man. Do you all need to be like 6 of you? A little spider.
Yeah, I'm very torn this. I'm very torn on this topic because I agree. It's like I'd rather kids be at the gym than like breaking into my car. You know what I mean? So I get it, but it does affect your workout. I mean, you're like, oh my god, I gotta wait
For
a
this
fucking
fucking
hour for
kid.
this machine. Like, they're all 6 of them on their second set. when I was younger, my best friend and I at the time, we would on the weekends. My mom doesn't know this. We would go watch car racing on Ritchie Highway in
Wow.
Glen Burnie, and we would bet money on these
Maryland.
cars. And I did a lot of dumb shit as a kid. You know why? I didn't have a gym membership. And if I had a gym membership at Bally Total Fitness, remember those? If I had a gym membership at one of these like cool like health clubs, then maybe I would have had an alternative and I would have woke up early and go to different classes and whatnot. And I asked for it. My parents were like, you don't need that shit. You don't need that shit. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go support car racing. Like I'm living in my own Fast and Furious. I'm gonna be running from the cops every Saturday night. So that's fine. But I do think that families should work out together. I think it should be like a family thing. But I also think that I think it's great to work out with your friends. But I think that maybe these kids, their parents should be taking them to the gym and teaching them healthy habits and keeping the momentum going and the sequencing going so that the machines are fair to
Yeah,
use for
no,
everyone.
totally. So again, PG-13ers, stay at the gym, but god damn it, 6 of you, chill out. Anyways, who's next, Mr. Mo?
Yeah. So I don't have a hot tub in my gym, but I have in the past, and it's always like a professional hot tubber. So it's just like this guy. It's always dudes, but they pack their bag, the gym bag, and they tell everyone that they're going to the gym to work out, but they just go to the gym and they sit in the hot tub. And their friends know something's up because there's no progress with the appearance of said person. It's just they
Or
sit
in
in the
the
hot tub
steam
all
room,
day.
like the
And so they're
sauna,
pretty
just
much
like
treating
that's all they do.
just there. And it's creepy to me because it's as if they're using the gym like it's their own personal like
It was like a spot.
um yeah, but I'm trying to think of what they call like a
Oh god,
bathhouse.
yeah.
A lot of gay
Yeah.
men love bathhouses. I've been to a bathhouse before in Chicago. There's one called Steamworks, and you walk around in a towel, and people are having sex in the steam room, sex in the hot tub, sex in these rooms, sex everywhere. There's a vending machine of like lubes and condoms and
There's
like
a lot of
butt
people
toys.
there.
And so I want to shake them, and be like, "This isn't Steamworks. This isn't your own personal bathhouse. Like." They're probably jacking off in the hot tub too, or in the steam room, or they're waiting for action. Like, no. There are places for that, but
They're
this is
usually
not the
gross
place.
too. Like fucking disgusting, like green toes, and like they're like disgusting, like looking men, and it's like ugh. Please put some clothes on.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
It's like clean out your belly button and put on appropriate shorts,
Ew.
sir. Your pubes are hanging out of your
Ew,
Speedo. Your Speedo days are over, sir.
And
What can
we
you
are
do?
down to the last two, and the last one I wanted to shout out is that this one I don't know exactly why it's a thing, but I'd literally seen it at every single gym I've gone to, and I've gone a lot too. Gone to a lot of gyms in my day, and that is the guy in jeans, the guy working out in freaking jeans and like Timberland boots. Which is like it's like a ratneck meathead type thing because some of them are kind of strong, but some do like they belong on King of the Hill with like Hank Hill and the guys like hot damn it, Bobby, and like kudos to them for feeling comfortable in those outfits. But I can't imagine doing it. You know what I mean? Like my balls would be sweating more than Giuliani at a 2020 election fraud deposition. You know what I mean? It's like it would not look good. I don't know why this is a thing, but I see it all the time. Just fucking sleeveless shirt, jeans, tank tops, backwards hat. Probably packing a dip. I don't know what.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of gyms don't allow denim because denim actually tears up their seats. It tears up the faux leather on a lot of their workout equipment. So, a respectable. I'm drunk still from last night. Respectable gym is going to make it prohibited to wear denim in the gym. You can walk anywhere in it, but you cannot walk out the locker room about to use some equipment with your jeans on.
Here's the thing now: skinny jeans and shit like that have come into existence. So it's like it's jeans, but it's like, is it jeans? It's like lycra. So maybe they're using that. But I also these days go to cheaper gyms too, so I don't think they're enforcing shit. But if you're going to the nicer ones, I'm sure you don't see those guys. But I've seen, God, I don't know why, man. These dudes are at every fucking workout. It's like, what do you? Come on, man. Put some shorts on. Are your calves that ugly? That's usually what I think of. Are they ashamed? They skip leg day in their
Maybe.
lives
Um,
on the farm.
that I mean that makes sense to me.
There's
They're
always a
embarrassed
reason.
about their
There's always a
their
reason. Like,
legs.
are you embarrassed to wear shorts? Is that there's got to be a reason. There's no way that
I'm embarrassed to wear shorts.
if it's so pale.
So the last one I have on our list here is, Planet Fitness calls them Balunk. I call them the grunter, but this person drops heavy weights and just like grunts loudly. You know what I mean? And so
Hate that guy.
I always wonder if these noises coming from these like grunters are similar to the sounds that they make during sex. I think it would be.
Probably.
I feel like when they're
Who's your
busting a load,
man?
it's comparable, you know? Yeah. This person also will intimidate you in an effort to hold a grip. I've dealt with some of those.
They'll be like, "Get off of the goddamn machine, brother! Can't you see I'm trying to get my pump in here?" It's like,
Yeah.
sir, can you just?
Yeah. Or they say, whoa. I'm using that. Can you fucking see I'm using that shit? Hey, off. Hands off.
What are you doing? Put your fucking hand. These guys are very angry. They probably chugged a bunch of C4s as well, or took some steroids before they went to the gym.
Yeah. And you know what? That happened to me one time when I chugged this, and then some guy tried to come after me, and I wasn't having it. Remember at the gym, this guy had like his hoodie on one piece of equipment. He had a water bottle on another one. He had his keys on another one, and then he was using a fourth one. He was doing like a circuit, and it was busy, so he wasn't using this one particular bench. So I took the water bottle off the bench, and I used it. He was like, "Whoa, I'm using that," and I was like, "It looks like I'm using it right now. I'll be done in a second." And he's like, oh, we got tough guy energy over there. And I was like, I guess so. And we got little dick energy over there. So what the fuck are you going to do about it? So the two of us were like, "Meow." And then at Blink, the employees were like, whoa, you over there, stop it. And I was like, you better let your friend know that that's not fair. So this all could have been avoided if you guys were the fucking boss and told your members here they can't be acting like that. There's like certain like decorum you have at a gym. That's inappropriate.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Those people are so entitled. They think it's their gym. It's like, dude, no, you pay $7.95 to be here, just like I do.
Yeah, like you may be the biggest motherfucker up in here, but we all know that amount of creatine is making you like a hiccup away from a heart attack.
And his
have fun with
is
that.
like, meanwhile, if they weren't on steroids, it could be like,
Hey guys, it's me.
guys. That's what I sound like.
That's what Simo's balls sound like.
I'm so stretchy.
And I can take those balls and I can wrap the foreskin and my nutsack around my wrist, and then I have a watch.
Time is it,
Hey guys, you see my watch? What time is it? Guys, Penis Puppet Show coming to you live Friday night, March 17th, Brother Comedy Club.
Wait
for it.
Show, 7:15 p.m. And then the Aquarius Cabin Show about time gets canceled. Oh yeah. Anyways, let us know what you thought of our list of gym types, brothers. Did we miss any? Are there any that you are yourselves that you identify with? Let us know. Follow us on those social channels at Frat Chat Podcast. That's on Facebook. That's on Instagram. That's on Twitter. Make sure you follow our YouTube page as well at youtube.com/@FratChatPodcast. Follow us as well. Give me a follow on all my social channels. You got Carlos Does the World on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. Carlos Does World on Twitter, and follow my YouTube at youtube.com/@Carlos Does the World. And follow my good buddy Simo there at chris.moore.comedy on Instagram and TikTok, and see more comedy on the old Twitter machine.
Oh, yeah.
Or my website at weare18andoildup.com.
Or swipe right on Grindr, and you'll find them. On that note, Mr. Mo, get us out of here, sir.
Yo, I motion to adjourn this meeting.
Now his balls are stretching over the screen to shut it off. No.
And I second. All right, you guys. Me and Simo Stretchy Balls will be back next week. See ya.
Bye, bitches.